Hey, good morning. My name is Chrissy, and I am one of the instructors for the Interdisciplinary Studies internship for IS 399. Also, co-instructor is Rich Marshall. He'll also have some students who are participating in the IS 399, but also in the Environmental Studies 300 and 301. We wanted to take a little bit of time to go through the syllabus and some of the content that's out in D2L. So today we're going to kind of go through a few of those things. Let's see if I can pull up the syllabus here so you guys can see it a little bit better. Our contact information as instructors is listed here on the syllabus. So if you are working with me, please feel free to connect with me regarding any questions as we go along. And I think Rich would share the same sort of sentiment. So if you have questions, please connect with him. Let's take a look here. The course learning outcomes, I think you guys can kind of take a look at that, but really our biggest hope and goal for you as you're participating in the internship is that you sort of gain some relatable experience to the industry or the field that you'd like to go into. So the course is really meant to sort of guide you along through those sort of expectations. The coursework that we have kind of set up, again, will guide you to do some reflection on your experience as you do the internship. So with the course requirements, the course is really very much self-directed. You will need to stay on track with deadlines and expectations. So we definitely want to make sure that if you have a planner or if there are other ways that you can keep track of those deadlines, please make sure that you keep track of the things that you need to be turning in and when. Rich and I will probably not be sending out a whole lot of reminders about when things are due. This is a pass-fail course, so the pass does not impact your GPA. However, if you do fail the course, that will affect your GPA. So we just want to make sure that you guys understand sort of the implications of what the pass-fail sort of does for you in your GPA. We do require that you use your Google Drive that's associated with your student email account. You'll also use D2L to access content, and then also Handshake. Rich and I both encourage you guys to get active on Handshake, and there's a couple of things throughout the course that will encourage you to get on that platform. You're going to need to know how to scan documents to post things or report things to us. So make sure that you know where the scanners are here on campus, or if you have other means in order to get those documents posted to your Google Drive, that you do that. You should always save your documents as a .doc or a .pdf so that we're able to kind of see the things that you're posting. Some of you will have various credit hours that you're going to be completing. If you kind of see here, you'll see sort of where we're looking, if I can get this to highlight here, what we're looking at for credit hours. So if you're doing the 1 credit, the minimum amount of hours that you'll be completing is 47 hours. 2 credits, 93 hours, and then 3 credits, 140 hours. Some of you will also be completing Interdisciplinary Studies 442 or a comparable course, and then depending on how many credits additionally you're adding, you'll add on those amount of hours there. If you do or have started your internship prior to the beginning of the semester, we will allow you to count some hours prior to the beginning of the semester, a maximum of 40 hours we can count. If you would like to receive credit for those hours, make sure that you let us know that you're going to be completing the confirming hours prior to the semester form. There is a form in your Google folder or in D2L that you can complete. You'll fill that out and that you'll have your supervisor at your internship confirm that you did complete those hours. And then we'll give you those credit for those hours that you've already completed. Something that we would like you guys to participate in at the beginning of the semester, just to kind of think about maybe doing early on, is we do want you to write a description of your internship site, and then also telling us a little bit about the responsibilities that you'll be completing as an intern at your site. We'd also like you to submit a photo of you and your supervisor at your work location. If you're able to, we'd love for you guys to include the company logo in the background, or some way to indicate where you're doing your internship. So, and then you'll upload that description and photo to the Google folder. We do on occasion like to use those photos for marketing the course or sharing with other students where students have been doing their internship. So please take an opportunity to get that photo and that description taken care of. All right, you'll be asked to complete a goal sheet. This document should be completed collaboratively by both you and your supervisor. So we certainly encourage you within the first maybe week or two to spend some time with your supervisor identifying what type of training you're going to participate, what type of experiences or projects that you're going to complete during the internship, and really kind of get that kind of worked out. The goals should reflect the opportunities for you to gain skills and for you to get some feedback, and also potentially networking within your organization if the organization is big enough. I think we are looking for you guys to identify minimal of 3 to 5 goals. And that's something that you can always come back to. So if you feel like you have met those goals, you can sit down with your supervisor and say, hey, I feel like we've done X, Y, and Z. What other things can I get myself involved in, or what other experiences can we have? And you can continue to add to that document. But at minimal, we want you to start out with 3 to 5 goals. We're going to have you post a signed copy of that goal sheet to your Google folder. So please start thinking about when you're going to sit down with your supervisor to do that. Part of the course, we talked a little bit about being reflective. So you are going to do some journal reflections. You'll write some weekly reflections and then also log your hours. Journals should be descriptive in telling us about what you're working on, identifying specific knowledge or skills that you're gaining, highlighting any professional development that you are participating in as well. Journals are confidential. No one else will read them except for your assigned internship faculty here. So either Rich or I will read those, no one else. So if there are things that are going on that you feel maybe need some to be addressed, or you'd like to share with us and maybe have some discussion about, please feel free to put those things in your journal so that we can talk a little bit about them. So while you are going to do weekly reflections, journals are due on a bi-weekly basis, so every other Sunday by midnight, and those should be posted to your Google Drive. So I'll take a minute and I'll show you the Google Drive after we go through the syllabus here, but please make sure that you use the format that we've provided in D2L or in the Google Drive to complete those journals. All right, about mid-semester, so sometime between week 5 and 8, your instructor will conduct a 30 to 45-minute site visit or phone conference, depending on location, with both you and your supervisor. This is an opportunity for us to kind of check in. We want to discuss progress. We want to talk about goals and the experience that you're having, and really just get an opportunity to understand how things are going with that, with the internship. So we do want you to complete, there's a mid-semester joint evaluation that should be completed prior to the visit. So you're going to complete that. I know it says here in the syllabus that you should post and share to your Google folder. This has changed slightly. There is a URL that is in the evaluation section on both Google Drive and D2L. Please go to that URL, complete that online form with your supervisor, and then submit that so that we can take a look at that before we come to do that visit. Something that you're going to complete toward the end is we do want you to update your resume. We want you to include your internship, and then also we want to take a look at that. So you're going to download or upload a copy of that to your Google folder, and we do want you to upload that to Handshake as well. Toward the end, you're going to complete one of the 2 options, either a comprehensive paper or a special project. There are further instructions on D2L in terms of taking a look at what you might consider completing. The comprehensive paper is really a 4 to 6 page paper that will discuss, what you did during your internship, outline any insight that you gained, and how you're going to apply the work that you've had a chance to experience, and then also current coursework that you've completed and how that will impact sort of your future outlook and job search as well. Option 2 is a special project. You might be working on sort of a larger project at your organization. If that's something that you're considering, please kind of talk with your instructor for the internship about whether or not that would be appropriate to submit. You're also going to not only submit a copy of the project, but maybe a 2 or 3 page paper outlining the project and the reflection of your experience. All right, so we talked a little bit about evaluations and identifying the mid-semester evaluation that you'll complete with your supervisor about midway through. But also there are going to be 2 evaluations at the end, one for you to complete and then one for your supervisor to complete. Those will be done separately. We want feedback from you regarding how your experience was, and then also feedback from your supervisor on how things went. We do encourage your supervisor to share that feedback with you, just so that you guys have an opportunity to kind of close the loop on how things sort of ended up with your internship. Lastly, there is an internship hours verification sheet. We do want you to keep track of your hours on that sheet, as well as in the journals, but then also at the end of the semester on the hours verification sheet, we do want your supervisor to sign off to verify that you have completed those hours. This form must be turned in order to pass the course, so you'll post that completed form to your Google Drive for us when all set. All right, while the course is pass-fail, we do have some ways for us to determine whether you do meet those pass-fail requirements. You're going to turn in all of your assignments and acquire a minimum of 163 out of the 200 points, or a B- essentially for the passing grade. There are some things that specifically are pass-fail, so the internship agreement form. Many of you have that turned in already, and if you don't, we'll want you to make sure that you get that turned in. Attendance at the initial meeting, or at least completion of watching the video, this orientation video, and then an hours verification sheet at the end of the semester. The assignments that you'll be completing throughout the semester, the goal sheet will be worth 20 points, the description and photo 15 points, you can see the breakdown there, journal reflections of 70 points, site visit, updated and posted resume, mid-semester and final evaluation, and then the comprehensive paper or special project. Points will be deducted for assignments that are late or don't follow formats or guidelines, and just know that losing 5 or 10 points can be detrimental to the final grade, so just be aware of due dates and plan ahead. And then also, just as a reminder, with this being online, make sure that you understand that you're responsible for your own progress, and will not be reminded of those deadlines. If you know that you're going to struggle with the requirements, please talk with the instructor that you're assigned, and we'll have some discussion about how we can help you to be successful. All right, so at the very back, you're going to see some assignment deadlines. So the class meeting, or essentially this orientation video, we want you to kind of have an opportunity to understand the expectations going through the syllabus. And then you're going to see journals for weeks 1 and 2 are going to be due on September 17th. Also due September 17th will be the goal sheet, internship description, photo, and then also we do have a photography or video release form that we'd like you to sign so that we can potentially use your photo and description of your internship for some marketing. If you're not comfortable with that, please let us know ahead of time so that we can make some note of that. Also, you'll see following Sunday, October 1st is when the next set of journals will be due. And then also you should have scheduled by this date that mid-semester evaluation. So sometime between October 2nd and October 27th, we want to make sure that that is ready to be taken care of. And then you'll see the final, the next set of deadlines are really just journals and a couple of other sort of notes. Update your resume kind of midway through, and then you know, those final things to kind of keep in mind here for other deadlines. And then by the end of the semester, Sunday, December 17th, we'll want to make sure that all of the final expectations are met at that point. All right, so if you have questions or any things that you are kind of wondering about, please reach out to Rich or myself, and we'll give you an opportunity to kind of let us know how we can help you to be successful there. I do want to take you through real quick the content that you're going to see in D2L. So you'll see there's a syllabus course documents section. So some of the documents that you might need as you kind of go along. The internship assignments and instructions are listed there. So the topics we've already talked a little bit through, all of the things are sort of listed here and how to do them. The journals are there as well for you, so you'll be able to download and complete them so that you can upload them to your Google Drive folder. The evaluation links are listed here as well. And then also the final documents and assignments are listed there as well. Rich and I will also be managing grades in here, but again, just a reminder, there are no drop boxes in D2L. You're going to report all of your information in your Google Drive folders. So let me pull up my Google Drive here. All of you will be assigned a specific folder for yourself. So I'll just pull up Allison Smith here real quick. You're going to see, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger here. So you'll see in your folder, so course documents, you should also see if you have already submitted any documentation to the course in the description as well. Once you go into the course documents folder, you're going to see again some of those same subfolders that you saw on D2L. So assignments and class documents, all of those documents are listed here as well. Completed assignments. So anything that you have completed that needs to be turned in should go in the completed assignments for grading folder. You're going to want to make sure that so journals, any evaluation or goal sheets, your descriptions, any of those things will go in the completed assignments for grading folder. The evaluations link is here, so if you look at this document, you'll be able to click the link for the evaluation that you need to complete or to share with your supervisor. So those are there as well. Journal assignments. So each of the journals that you can download and complete are there as well. And then also an updated version of the syllabus is there for you to take a look at as well. All right, so that is really sort of just in a nutshell, a quick description of the LNS internship course. Like I mentioned before, if you have questions or concerns about any of the documentation or you need some more clarification, please reach out to the assigned internship supervisor or faculty here, either Rich or myself. Or if your supervisor has questions about things, please feel free to connect them with us as well. All right, so thanks for taking a minute to listen to the orientation video, and we hope to have a great semester with you. Have a great day.